Welcome to the Insider's Itinerary. I'm Crystal, and today we're exploring one of Pigeon Forge's most unforgettable dessert stops, Moonshine Mountain Cookie Company. This is not your typical cookie shop. Their motto says it best. More than a cookie, it's dessert. Inspired by Tennessee's moonshine heritage, some of their recipes even include a splash of genuine flavored moonshine. Just enough for flavor, but not enough to upset the preacher. Let's step inside and discover what makes these cookies a true Smoky Mountain treasure. Moonshine Mountain Cookie Company was founded by Mike and his wife, a local baker with a passion for Southern comfort and Tennessee tradition. His mission was simple: create handcrafted cookies with bold flavor, real ingredients, and a little bit of local personality. Their commitment to home-baked quality is clear from the moment you walk in. Warm hospitality, fresh aromas, and a creative menu you won't find anywhere else in Pigeon Forge. It's a local business with a big heart, rooted in the Smokies and built on sharing joy, one cookie at a time.
There's something about when you have the name Mountain in the name of your company as well, because people have mindset of what they think of when they think of mountain people. They think of a strong person. They think of good cooking, good food, independent people. And then that goes hand in hand with moonshine, because they were very strong-minded, independent, rebel people.
Yes.
And then all of that combined is kind of indicative of our area. Very friendly people, hospitable people.
Yes.
But still very independent.
Yes.
And that's kind of like I said, a tip to our heritage. We make all of our own dough and we make all of our own ice cream, but we don't make it at this facility. We make it in our Knoxville facility.
And then it gets shipped.
And then that's what I did this morning. Matter of fact, in that big vein, y'all may get a chuckle out of it. I got a big, one of our little edgy sayings that we put on some of our t-shirts and stuff. It says, "Bite me," and you'll love it. But anyway, I drove that up here this morning. And so I brought, so all of this is something that that we make, but we don't make it at this facility. It's in our Knoxville facility. This is our general manager, Hope, Wendy, and this is Emmeline over here. They're part of our terrific team and the reason we've got a 5.0 rating up here. But one of the things that we hear from our customers when they come in is how friendly our staff is. And even though you assume that everybody in a tourist town is going to be friendly, and they're not. Well, it doesn't cost anything to smile.
No.
And even if you have to fake it, it doesn't. And we talk about this at all of our stores, but certainly here too. I tell them, I said, when you go on vacation, just think about when you go on vacation, what is it like if you go to, if it's the beach or the mountains or wherever, it doesn't matter, and you walk in somewhere and they act like they don't want you to even be there. They're not smiling, they act like you're an inconvenience. It puts a damper on your vacation. Well, just pay it forward. Treat these people like you would want to be treated when you're on vacation. And they do that. They do that with all of our customers. It's still work, but when you come in, I mean, literally, if you go and read our reviews, review after review after review talks about certainly our product, but almost all of them will mention the friendly customer service that they got. Yeah. You know what's so fun to us here about this store versus, say, Knoxville's our home, and that's where our base is. But here, this is truly hospitality industry, and we get to see people from all over the country.
Yes, you do.
West Coast, up north, deep south, from overseas.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few people, from other countries come in. And to get to visit with them, because a lot of those people don't have a chance during their regular day to have a lot of conversations because they're busy at work, but they're on vacation here, and they can speak and talk to you and have great conversations, and to hear their stories about how they've enjoyed the mountains, and then obviously how they're enjoying our cookies and ice cream. It's rewarding in itself.
One thing's for sure, everything here is made from scratch. Dough, glaze, and all the little details that make their cookies feel homemade. What really sets them apart is their oatmeal-based dough. It gives every cookie a soft, chewy center with crispy edges. The process is intentionally simple. Real ingredients, traditional baking, and flavors inspired by the Smoky Mountains. It's a Southern craftsmanship, one batch at a time. And of course, the moment everyone waits for, the flavors. Some of their most popular cookies include Rocky Top, Sugar Shine, and Happy Pappy, each bringing its own twist on Southern dessert flavors. The texture is what wins people over. Golden edges, soft center, and a little rich, buttery bite that melts in your mouth. As one reviewer put it, by far the best cookies in the Smokies. The atmosphere was outstanding. Another one said, cookies were melt in your mouth good. Very different choices. And we took home half a dozen because we couldn't just pick one.
I don't know if you noticed that about our cookies. Hey, did you notice the names of our cookies? The names of our cookies are kind of unique. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Yeah.
Very
Yes, and I don't know where this happened, but somewhere along the line, a musical motif came about. White chocolate, raspberry, macadamian cookie. It's called the Reba Mackinberry rather than Reba McEntire. So, like you remember the country group Fallen Oats?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got a pumpkin spice cookie, and it's called the Fall. So it seems like everybody always wants to name it after a music. Yeah.
And it's not just cookies. They also scoop up rich, creamy ice cream made fresh and packed with flavor. It's the perfect add-on to your cookie, or the coolest treat after a day in the Smokies.
But you could put a bowl of ice cream, 2 bowls of ice cream beside each other, sitting right there. And they could both be out of what you bought at the grocery store. But you could tell people that one's homemade and that one's bought at the grocery store. And 90% of the people will tell you that the homemade one is better. It's a psychological thing. They think that if it's homemade, it's better. So we knew that we would sell more ice cream, but the truth of the matter is, it is better. We have, I guess, 500, right at 500 reviews so far, and still have a 5.0 rating. We were just voted by the tourists through the tourism department here as the best new business in Pigeon Forge this year. Of all the businesses that opened here.
That's amazing.
And then it was an award-winning year for us is because also this summer, USA Today named us as one of the top 10 cookie stores in America.
That's so fun.
Yeah, not
That's
10%,
so fun.
the top 10 cookie shops in America. Baking, my wife loves the baking. I love the ice cream making because baking is a very specific science.
It is.
And
You
it's
have to
very,
measure.
yes, and it's very finicky. I mean, even the humidity of the day and the weather can impact it. You know, a few degrees in your oven, if it's not holding specific. If you, like you said, you weighed out an ingredient just a little too much or a little too little, very, very finicky. So you have to be very precise. And my wife is. So she's great at all that. And she's taught our bakers that. Now for ice cream, you just have to stay between the ditches.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay in your lane. You can kind of weave around everywhere and you can experiment with everything.
Yeah.
If you can dream it, you can make it in ice cream.
ice cream.
We actually went to a school to help educate us on the basics of making ice cream. Because it was pretty simple for us because we were already makers with making the cookies from scratch.
Yes.
So there was a lot of similarities, but we had not made ice cream for 30 years like we'd made the cookies. So we wanted to get educated on it. And in that school, they actually told us, if you can dream it, you can make it. And they actually made a Hidden Valley ranch dressing ice cream. Now, it is disgusting. But when you ate it, you knew you was eating Hidden Valley ranch ice cream. They made a dill pickle ice cream. Now, oddly enough, there was one of the people in the class that loved it because they love dill pickles.
Yep.
You know, but for ice cream and pickles don't seem to go together.
No.
But if you can dream it, you can make
do
it
it.
with ice cream.
Yeah, that's
So we
so
bought the
amazing.
ice cream from a wholesaler. They were a national brand, and my dad fell in love with their caramel. And so when I told him we were going to start making our own ice cream, he said, "Okay, that makes sense, but would you please still continue to buy me a bucket of that wholesaler's caramel ice cream because I like it so well?" And I just looked him right in the eyes and I said, "No, sir, I will not." And he said, "What?" And I said, "Dad, I promise you I will make a caramel ice cream better than what you buy." And he says, "There's no way. I've eaten caramel ice cream my whole life. You will never make a caramel ice cream better than that." I said, "Dad, I promise you, if I have to throw away every batch of caramel ice cream we make, we will until I get it better. And my dad is not one of those dads that grew up letting the kids win. Love him, and he's a great dad, but he said, no, you're going to earn it.
Right.
So when he ate our ice cream, you should have seen the look on his face, because he had to wave the white flag and said, oh my gosh. Now, my dad's name is Harold, but everyone knows him as Dude. Okay. So that ice cream is named Daddy Dude's Caramel Ice Cream.
I love it.
Just as me to tell him, I told you. Well, that's my dad's. And my dad, I got to tell you an interesting story about that. There's that. That's the caramel. You'll see how rich and caramelly that ice cream is.
It's chewy. I love. Oh my god, that is so
Ice
good.
cream, the strawberry cake ice cream, is named after my 91-year-old mother-in-law, who's going on 51. She's still independent, drives, and if she was here today, she would ask you how cute she looked. And she has been baking these strawberry cakes ever since I've known her, but her whole life. And so when we decided to make our strawberry ice cream, once again, we wanted to do something different. So we bake her recipe strawberry cake and
That's
put it in ice
amazing.
cream. We tried to buy some cookie dough from cookie dough manufacturers for other ice creams, and quite honestly, it was terrible. So we make our own cookie dough and put in here that doesn't have the eggs in it. Like the pudding, okay? The chocolate. How do you make it different from somebody else's? We use chocolate pudding in it. We just try to take extra steps with everything, like that strawberry ice cream. We bake 2 strawberry cakes and put 2 cakes in every one of those batches of ice cream, and only use real strawberries. We're not flavoring it up with strawberry flavoring. It's all coming from the cake and the ice cream. So it's those types of things that we do, like with our caramel crunch, which is one of our biggest sellers too. We use a milk-based caramel. Most people use a caramel syrup.
Yes.
It's a big difference. Well, Funky Monkey is a tribute to my late father-in-law. And he used to sit in his recliner at the house with a bag of Oreos in one hand and a banana in the other. And I used to think that was the strangest combination, but that was his favorite dessert. And remember when I told you, if you dream it, you can make it, an ice cream? Kind of as a tip of our hat to him, and in honor of him, we said, can we make an ice cream that has banana and Oreos in it?
Oh my gosh.
And so we actually put about 4 or 5 pounds of fresh bananas, and once again, it's not just banana flavored, and then a lot of Oreos in there, and mix it all in. And if you are an Oreo or a banana fan, either way, you would love that ice cream. And you know, I told you that we were University of Tennessee fans.
Yes.
We're tied in pretty tight with the athletic department there, specifically the football team. All new recruits get our cookies. And we also do an NIL deal where we partner with a specific athlete, a football player every year. And if that particular athlete does something, as example, gets a touchdown, then the following Monday, the following day that we're open, everyone that comes to our store gets 2 free cookies. And we've been picked up by ESPN and ABC, the Wall Street Journal. I mean, you just SEC Network, all have done features on it because it involves the fans.
That's so fantastic.
Yeah, so like this year we're doing it with our place kicker. And if he hits our field goal kicker, and if he hits a 50-yard field goal or longer in any game, everybody gets 2 free cookies. And that's kind of a two-edged sword, because if he misses one, then people blame us because we got him thinking about cookies. And then if he hits it, they love it because they get cookies. And he did an interview this year. He's hit 2 like that so far this year. And they interviewed him once after he hit one of them. And they said, well, that was a 52-yarder, Max. Says, did you realize that was for the cookies? He goes, well, at first I didn't, but when I went out there and saw where the ball was being spotted, it went through my mind, oh, this is for the promotion. If I hit this, everybody gets cookies. So yes, I was thinking about it. Luckily, he hit it.
Yeah.
We were the first ones to be doing, if they do this, you get that. So it wasn't just, so not only is the athlete being paid, but now the fans get to participate in it. And interesting enough, funnily, they now the guy, who it is that we sign up for our football team every year, they call him the Cookie Monster. So that's our Cookie Monster. We do a lot of catering. We do a lot of weddings. A lot of people are using our cookies for in lieu of a groom's cake. They'll use a cookie bar because they get more versatile with it. It's not fussy. It's easy to put cookies on a plate and walk. You don't have to cut it. You knead them with your fingers. You don't have to have utensils. So they become very popular with that. We have an online store, of course. I told you we ship all over the country because you can ship cookies. There's a couple of hotels in downtown Knoxville that are boutique style hotels that use our cookies as guest favors. So when they come in, you've got one of our cookies on your pillow.
Whether you're exploring Pigeon Forge, leaving Dollywood, or just craving something sweet, Moonshine Mountain Cookie Co. is worth the stop. It's local, it's handcrafted, and it represents everything travelers love about the Smokies. Authentic, heart, and plenty of flavor. This bakery doesn't just serve dessert. It creates an experience, one warm cookie at a time. Thanks for joining us on this sweet stop along the Insider's Itinerary. Our mission here is simple: to bring you insider access to the places worth traveling for, and to make every adventure feel effortless, thoughtful, and full of flavor. If you love discovering the spots travelers miss, the food with a story, and the experiences that make a destination unforgettable, make sure you subscribe and follow along. This journey is all about insider access and effortless experiences. And I'll see you in the next adventure.